Hey everybody, welcome back to the next episode. And today we've got Akiko Otsuka. Did I get it right?
Good.
Oh, I got it right. I shouldn't even said that because I got it right. She founded COFU, and I'm going to let her explain it to you. I really love this business model so much that I actually was just about going to start one, but I just had so many other things that I have on the go right now. I'm like, I can't start any more businesses. So she originally opened last September as a restaurant specializing in pressed sushi. And the menu at the start consisted of fish, and half the menu was only vegetables. And then they decided to abandon the stereotype sushi equals fish. So again, I love your welcome, by the way.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'm so excited of your concept because I really like it. I forgot to even welcome you because I wanted to get into it so much. I really believe that her concept is the future of a lot of things. So explain to us about your restaurant. Explain to a little bit about you. Like, why did you decide to do this? And give a little bit of backstory.
Yeah, great. Okay. First of all, I would like to take this opportunity to thank you all. Thank you, Shane. And I know I'm just getting started my journey as an entrepreneur. I'm so happy to connect with you and appreciate you for my interest in me. So there have been some difficult times with the language barrier and then COVID and many things to overcome. So I'm so proud of myself for being able to give shape to the concept, this concept of company that I envisions. So right now I have the plant-based products. So, and then the product is very interesting about me because it's interesting about me. So the new concept I thought about last year, I have something new things. So I'm looking for some new products from Taiwan, from US. They have so many vegan products in there. So that's very interesting for me. So I create all the vegan food and except fish and meat. So instead of fish and instead of meat, it's very easy for me because it's in Japan has a Shojin cuisine, like vegan cuisine.
Okay.
So the Shojin cuisine is like, they don't have any meat, any fish. So traditional, very healthy food cuisine is a Shojin cuisine. So that's, I remember my old memories because my grandma and mom make some like Shojin cuisine, like a veggies, no fish, no meat. I love that one. So I changed my concept earlier and then create new cutting edge new style sushi. And then finally I'm open this year and this January. So I'm so happy. Thank you so much.
That's amazing. So tell us, a little bit about, so did you open like, were you supposed to open during COVID or did you close during COVID and then reopen, or were you not open yet with the new concept? Or
during COVID, so pandemic, middle of the pandemic, I opened a store, store.
Oh,
crazy, right? Because it's waiting for a long time business permit coming.
Yeah.
I've been 6 or 7 months. So bad, but
I remember those days, those permits. Right? Oh, what a nightmare.
Yeah, it's very hard. It's nightmare. It was so hard. Yeah, but this is very challenging.
Yeah.
But people want a new one. People wants to more healthier and more, creative, like not before. So first of all, I come Vancouver for more than one reason because I have daughters. So first come in Canada in December 2018 for me, and I come with my daughters who were 16 and 4 years old at the time. So I was single mom, and when I was in Japan, I was working as the excuse secretary for the company. It took 7 months for the time I decided to come here.
Okay.
So yeah, after we come and I continue that remote work, the secretary.
Right.
So Y and beside went to college, like so I had about 3 or 4 hours on a day of sleep for me. Yeah, most very hard time, but yeah, finally it took around one year and a half.
Right.
Create and then preparing some, yeah, it's so hard.
Yeah, amazing. Well, this is a true, like success story. It's hard to come here. And then, so tell like somebody that doesn't understand what we're talking about right now is like they, when you say the word sushi, people right away think of, well, salmon, tuna,
Yes.
all right. Like, that's the main thing, right? They think of that. So explain your type of sushi.
Yeah, our sushi is a press sushi. Oshi, do you know Oshi sushi? The Oshi sushi is we using a mold, not hand. So we using mold, same portion and the same shapes, and then put some ingredients outside and then pushing hard and then cutting food machine. So press sushi is very traditional old style sushi from 100 more than years old.
Right.
So sushi from Oshi sushi and going to nigiri and going to the real California roll or something, right? Roll is very new.
Okay.
So I'm going to create more cutting edge plus fusion about old traditional sushi.
Right.
So our style is very new, but very old. Right. So that's why I named the COFU. COFU means a classical.
Classical. Okay. Okay. I got that. So is that the major difference of your sushi place than another sushi place? What's the major differences?
Yeah, I think so. Because then major differences is everything plant-based.
Yeah.
So some store has the option about vegan food.
Right.
So some sushi place normally has fish or meat plus optional vegan option.
Yeah.
So our store is everything plant-based. So pregnant person or allergic person can eat everything, no choice, everything. So that's why, the most different.
That's awesome. That's what I was trying to get you to say. That's your marketing. That's your marketing pitch right there.
Great,
that's it right there, cut and dry. That's what you lead with. That's what you lead with all the time. Because that's what's going to click into the average consumer. That's going to be like, oh, okay, that's the real difference, right? So
I'm really so happy to hear
that. And I agree. Like, when you look at if somebody has a little bit of plant-based on their menu,
exactly.
But then they have fish. The truth is they're not in it. They're in it to cater to a little bit of somebody that might have not fish, but they're not in it to like try and change the world, to try and save the oceans, to try and change the environment, like to leave the world better. So that is like, you ever heard the word greenwashing?
Yeah, I think so, because they have different ingredients, right?
Right.
So I imagine how do they do? Because it's a health contamination is very hard.
Yeah.
So using oil, the fryer, and the knife and cutting board. How?
Yeah, and let's face it, cross contamination. If we went back there,
right?
Let's face it, how many of those restaurants actually are doing it properly? Not very many, I bet.
No, I think so.
Not very many, no. So you almost have to have a strictly plant-based
100%
restaurant. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Especially with that type of product, because that type of product, it's so delicate and you're using so much your hands and doing so much with it. It's it's a very hard one to do. So
Right, exactly.
awesome. So why did you decide to say, okay, I'm going to go all plant-based type of sushi restaurant? Like, what was your main reason why you decided to do it?
Main reason is I'm not 100% vegan though,
Right.
but
Yeah.
I really love veggies. So
Right.
veggie has the opportunity more creative.
Right.
Veggies, I'm using veggie from my sushi sauce, and our sushi sauce made from here, our store. Everything comes from veggies. Veggies has so many flavors, so many different kind of texture and the taste, right? So I love veggies. So yeah, that's most of the reason when I'm change the veggies. Veggies is a great opportunity.
Right.
For example, our eggplant is a just eggplant, but cooking style is Japanese, traditional Japanese style, plus like Mexican and different countries cooking style and mixed. And then like eggplant flavor is like eel. People said like eel. How did you make this one?
Right.
So it's kind of different cooking style, not
Right.
not only Japan. So
Okay.
we're gonna create different kind of ingredients and the cooking style. So and then all fusion, we are born new style, new flavor sushi. So the most reason is I love veggies, and then I love veggies opportunity.
Right. That's cool. So what was, did you have to go find outside financing to get started? Did you use your own money? How did you kind of get started with all that?
Yeah, my business is very small, so I'm looking for some investor before, but I don't want to wasting time.
Right.
I have to do, and I'm gonna show them to our new style sushi fast. So I'm using own money, everything 100% for
Oh,
first time. Yeah.
oh,
And then I'm create first store, right? So
yeah.
this year and the next year, I'm going to create the food truck, food trailer business, and
Okay.
then second store. I thinking. So the second store and then food truck maybe must be I need to investor.
Right.
That's why I'm gonna open my own money for the first store. Yeah,
Good for you. Good for you. That's not an easy thing to
not
do.
easy.
No, not an easy thing to do. You got to have some guts too to do it,
Yeah,
right? So
I just only guts.
good for you. Good for you. So yeah, that's amazing. And I can see you, yeah, I can see where you're going with it. And I can see this, working out quite well.
Yeah.
So what do you find has been one of the biggest challenges so far for you?
Biggest challenge is, yeah, I'm going to sell my sushi sauce, but big challenge is people wants the soy sauce, people wants the wasabi and ginger mostly time, right?
Right.
So I using only sushi sauce, which I made. So people don't know about sauce, right? So I'm telling them my style and my sauce and also my sushi style. So that was so hard to me because they don't know about my sushi.
Right.
The first question is always, what is the pressed sushi? What is the plant-based pressed sushi?
Of course.
But this is very challenging. And my favorite things. People
Yeah,
ask me.
it's true. Like I said before we started the podcast, I look at your business as a real education business,
Oh, great.
right? Like, because the more you educate people on, your sauce, why this sauce does, why
Yes.
your type of sushi is plant-based, what it does, all that stuff. It's a big education type of business, right? Because it's weird because you don't, a lot of people wouldn't think about a restaurant business as an education business, but I look at this business as a very much of an education business. The more you educate people, the more they're going to come in and try your stuff and be like, oh, okay, that's cool. So, you know, even when I talk to people about not eating fish and going to a place where they're like, well, where could I get my sushi at then? Right? You know, like where if I stopped eating fish, because you know, especially Vancouver, people love sushi so much, right? Like you said, what do we have? We have 600 sushi places, right, in Vancouver?
So much.
So that's amazing. So what has been for this type of it? So has it been growing? Like, have you been? I mean, now it's good because people are getting out again. You know,
Yes.
Vancouver's slowly starting to pick up again. Like you can see now, you go downtown and there's
Yeah.
people around again, and there's tourists coming back in. So are you
True.
starting to see a bit more traction now that COVID's starting to die off a little bit more?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, during COVID, so we have a partition, like a clear panel
right.
right? So then limited the person, and we have a bow counter too, but they couldn't use that bow counter before. But right now we can use that bow counter and then no partition. So yeah, growing up more and more.
Right.
Like before is so terrible, but right now it's good.
Right. Do you find that once people come in and try it, do they come back?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of people come back.
No, that's a sign of a good business. That's a sign of a good business, by the way.
Right.
It's a lot of businesses don't focus enough on their existing customer and customer experience.
Right.
They're always trying to get new people, when a lot of businesses, if they get smart, they build a good customer experience, then they build a couple good referral programs, and next thing you know, your business is skyrocketed, and you have to spend like maybe 1% on marketing dollars.
I know. Yeah. Some people that posting my review, my store's review.
Right.
So I always say thank you and then response fast.
Yeah.
And then send it to them the discount permit and discount card or something, and then share the Instagram. So
yeah,
they have Instagram account, and if they have the messages or share somebody's, that we also send it to the discount coupon, but not usually about the only people shared or tell somebody's when they say that, and then we're gonna send it to the card or something.
Right.
So that people come back.
Yeah. That's the key. Building a good customer experiences is very important in businesses. A lot of people don't focus on that enough to do it properly, and it's such a critical thing. You know, we used to have, when I had the Curves franchise, is in that when a lady came into the gym and then we showed her around the gym, then we had a book that was like a small weight loss book, and when they signed up, we would say to her, if you give us 3 friends that might be interested, we'll give you this book for free.
Yeah.
And she would take the book, give us her 3 friends that were interested. We would call them, and we built that whole business like that, off referrals. We built that into a big business. And, you know, and it was all from referrals like that, which cut down our marketing expense to, like, you know, cut it down to, 5%. So, you know, it's interesting how I look at businesses and you know, a business could have 7 or 8 referral programs, and most small businesses don't even have one built out properly.
Yes.
You know, so
I mean, true.
And that's the thing, right? It's the businesses, there's a lot of moving components to business that you got to keep working on and keep learning and keep executing over time to do it properly. So where do you how about you? Like, what is you personally, what has been your biggest challenge, say starting a business?
The biggest challenging?
Yeah.
Everything, because then I had a child, right? I had kids.
Right.
So that's my power comes from kids.
Right.
I have to something. So I worked at the restaurant before, but about COVID, the restaurant business is not good,
No.
right? So bad. But yeah, I thought this is chance. This is for my chance. As I thought about my own business. So yeah, that's very big challenging though. But I thought it's chance for
Right.
me.
Right. So how do you balance your running the business with being a mother?
Because I'm been a mother for all year. I'm 19 years old, so I had a kid and the work, right?
Right.
So I always try to balance.
Right.
And yeah, because it's mom's work. Mom's work is mom's prayer, right?
Yeah.
So
Right.
that's why my business is business, but my private time is private time.
Right. Yeah. I like
And
that.
then yeah, always both of fun time for me,
Right.
not stress.
Yeah. That's awesome. That's good.
So that's why
That's important. That's
the
important.
business is the kids too. Business
Right.
is take care of somebody,
Yeah.
take care of something
Yeah.
every day. So
Right.
business is kids too.
Right. Did you so do you like in the back, do you make a lot of the stuff yourself?
Yes, everything.
Everything?
Yeah.
Wow. So where did you learn that skill set from?
Yeah, people ask me, but I'm not cooking cooking, school or something. No, I never. But I love cooking a lot.
Yeah.
So I am cooking by myself
Right.
and every day for kids. So, and then I worked at 2 years sushi restaurant and learned about sushi from there.
Okay.
That's just 2 years. But I know about the knowledge. I know about recipe, and yeah, recipe comes from me because I had experience to my grandma's recipe and my mother's recipe.
Right.
That's everything for me.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
So that, yeah, I mean, obviously it's your passion, and a lot of
Yes.
times, a lot of people that are good, super good at certain things haven't went to school for it because it's their passion, and then they become,
Yeah,
and
exactly.
some people just have a natural ability for some
Mhm.
stuff to be able to pick up stuff, right? Like, I'm not a natural cook, right? Like I'm a natural entrepreneur, right? I get business, I know how to do it all. I'm natural, that's my
Yeah,
forte.
it's
But
different. Yeah.
yeah, but put me in the kitchen, I'm like, yeah, I'll burn it right away. I'll like, like
No.
Joler, right? So, yeah. So with you guys right now, in the back, I mean, it must be hard because does anybody help you make, are you making it all or do you have help?
I have helper.
Right.
I have assistant too. So when I create my sushi, I hired a chef. I hired 2 chefs.
Right.
So because then I had a schedule and photos and going to the store open, right? So right now, no chef, just only staff, 6 staffs.
Okay.
So I'm making own recipes for them.
Right.
So they can do it, everything right now.
Right.
I'm
So
training them.
So your staff can make the stuff.
Yes, everything. They're preparing, and server too. Sometimes server doing the preparing and then prep, serve, and bar counters, yeah, everything.
That's interesting. That's interesting. So is it very hard to take somebody and train them to follow your stuff, or?
It's not hard
No.
because my recipe is not difficult.
Right.
So
Huh.
I'm gonna thinking about franchise. So
Right.
franchise is not difficult things to, so that's why I don't need a chef. Chef is right now so expensive to hire.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
chef is, I mean, the restaurant and the chef is super expensive to hire, and
Very,
then they have to have a specialty skill.
yeah,
So you know what I
exactly.
mean? And then that person leaves, you gotta, it's not like you just can't train.
That's
me to-
true.
It's not like you can't train me to do it overnight.
True.
Right. Train me to be a chef, every restaurant will go out of business.
But the one thing, because we using veggies, right? Veggies
Right.
very fresh, so we have to be prepare every day.
Right. Yeah.
That's the most hard work too.
Yeah. That I could see that's the hardest part,
Yes,
because
hardest part.
everything has to be fresh.
Exactly.
Right. Huh. So yeah, it's interesting because that's why I asked, because me coming from the franchising industry,
Yes.
right? I find that interesting because it is a model that could be franchised because it's easier to do, where some models are a lot harder to
A
franchise.
great model, because
Yeah.
we don't have a chef right now. So if we're gonna franchise business, no chef. We don't need chef.
Mm.
That's the most good for
Right.
the franchising.
Yeah, 100%. Well, anything for franchising, the simpler you can make it, the better chance the
Exactly.
franchise is going to have.
Exactly.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. And then you can sell, and you sell more too. Right. So
Yes.
that's awesome. So cool. So, and then why do you think you're planning a food truck? Why did you decide to look into that, and why?
Oh yeah, then our store is Anderson Street, very close to the Granville Island. But
Yeah.
people can't see our store directly, not on the roadside. So
Right.
yeah, we are waiting for the customer coming, but different thinking beside, we're going to move somewhere, and North Vancouver, the West Vancouver, or Burnaby, or something, Surrey, or something. So if we can move out there, people want to see and then come to check my restaurants and sushi, right? So that's why I'm thinking about food truck. And a food truck is the mostly difficult. Fish, sushi is very difficult to food truck because the health is very hard.
Yeah.
But we using a veggies. Veggies more easier for more than fish, more than meat. So
I remember watching on Shark Tank. Shark Tank show? Shark Tank is
and
like,
then food truck show, right?
yeah, Shark Tank is like the investors invest in all kinds of people's businesses.
Oh
Right?
no.
Yeah, so it's like Shark Tank, they invest in. And there was one of the ladies invested in it was called Marine Lobster. It was a food truck that just did lobster like sandwiches.
Mm.
And they have they have hundreds and hundreds of food trucks now all around North America.
Wow.
Hundreds and hundreds of them. Yeah. So yes, it was interesting to watch. And I think they even opened some stores now, but they were a huge success with that.
Mhm.
Awesome. Well, this has been a super good interview, and I really like of course, I really like your business, and it's
Thank
just,
you.
I like your story, and and it's just something that's so needed, in the world. A lot of people don't know that the rate we're going right now, in less than 20 years, if we're going to have no fish left in the oceans.
I think so.
There's going to be none left. So the problem is the world eats so much seafood that the demand is so much higher than the supply, so much higher.
Yeah.
So that's why I believe that you're onto something that is bigger than probably most people can even understand right now.
Yeah.
just because of a lot of people are starting to turn that way and starting to look at the sea is the last thing that we kind of look at. We look at, you know, not eating animals, not eating, you know, stuff, but the sea is kind of like the thing where you know, you don't think about it as much, right? You don't think about, you know, not eating that fish. People look at an animal because they feel for the animal. They feel that the animal, so they don't want to, you know, they don't want to kill the animal because, you know, they feel the animal has got feelings and stuff like that. But when people can't, and you can see it, right? And you can't see the fish, right? So you know, so, but we're moving there. It's moving there. Hence why there's a demand for the market. Or if we wouldn't be moving there, you know, you wouldn't even be able to open a place like this. Like, you know, if we went back even 15 years and tried to open all the things that are opening right now around veganism, they would have never worked. The market wasn't there yet.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, the market was just not, it was just not there. But now, like, even if you would have did Beyond the Meat burgers or Impossible burgers 15 years ago, they wouldn't have worked.
I know.
Just wasn't there, you know. But now we're there. Now we're there. We're at that stage now where people are just they're more health conscious and they're more world conscious to make the world better.
Sure.
Awesome. So where can they all find you at? What's websites, social media, anything like that?
Yeah, we have a social media and we have an Instagram account and Facebook account and also the YouTube and also we have a website called COFU.ca.
So it's spelled COFU.ca.
Yeah. Yeah. There is the COFU website. They're on menu and then our stories and everything on it.
Awesome. And do you guys just do eat in or do you do takeout too?
Both.
Both.
Yeah, eat in and takeout.
Awesome. So everybody
order and then also phone call order, everything.
Right. Awesome. So everybody, I highly suggest you go check them out. And I actually ran into somebody at the Vegan Expo who I just interviewed, who just raised like 20 million or something on their business, and she actually knew about you guys. She was actually the one who say that again. What's her name?
Elaine?
No. I know her name. I know her name, but I don't want to mess it up because I think there's two. I'm gonna get, you know what a name is just at the top of your head and it's like right there, and I'm like, and I'm gonna say it, I'm like, I know it, but I'm like, I don't want to get it wrong. That's the thing on here, because then.
So they know about our stores?
Yeah, she
Wow.
knew about your store.
Amazing.
Yeah, she knew about your store.
Wow, thank you.
Yeah.
So happy.
Yeah, that's awesome. So you're very humble. So everybody go check them out. Go try them for sure. You know, especially if you're in Vancouver, you got to support local business. You got to support businesses that are making a difference in the world. That's for sure. And if you're a tourist and you're coming to Vancouver, which we know a lot of tourists come here, you guys got to go check them out for sure too. Yeah. Awesome. Thanks everybody. Bye-bye. Thank you.